Computer. So, hey, Stanley, thanks so much for joining me on this. For everybody listening, Stanley was one of my recent clients. We actually closed, was it in January, right? January
Yeah,
2020.
correct.
And you're a first-time investor. You were looking to house hack, and you specifically found this house that met your needs. And so I just wanted to kind of give you a second to talk about your experience working with me, and then what you did after you bought the house as well.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, we closed on the house January, early 2020. So before the situations that are going on right now happen.
It seemed like a totally different world back in January.
And it was actually a totally different world, right? And so looking back, I still don't regret it, right? Because I'm able to get my living costs way, way down and even profit from it. Now, working with Chris was a pleasure. I'll start off with how I met Chris. I actually met Chris at a real estate investment, like kind of mastermind. And so I really liked the energy that Chris was giving out, and it kind of reminded me of the energy that I have. And so I reached out, DM'd him on Instagram, and we started the relationship from there. So Chris is very to the point, and if there is something that's bad or something that's fishy, he's definitely going to let
I'll point it out.
And Chris is definitely a guy that's not going to quit if you know what you want. And so with the situation that we were in, our offers got ignored most of the time, right?
We came in like with a strong ask offer, and the dude was not responding.
Yeah, and even with the first house that we were looking at, right?
Right.
And we put in an offer, and actually it's not too far from this house as well. Now, we bought the house with a very strong offer, took it. We were able to get some seller cashbacks as well. Now, using the seller cashback and the fact that, I went down with the low down payment, the first thing that we did was get the house livable.
Yep.
So it was livable, don't get me wrong, but there were some things such as, the pipes and things like that an older home is just going to have. So the first thing we did was we repiped the property. And I didn't want to go overboard with the renovations. So after we patching up the drywall, first thing that we did was use some of the seller cashbacks to get some newer appliances, paint the kitchen, paint this room that I'm actually in right now.
Yep.
And so just kind of modernize the feel of it.
Awesome. And then you found some roommates afterwards, right? How many roommates do you have right now?
Yeah, so currently I have 3 roommates. This is a 4-bed, 2.5 bathroom house, 2,500 square feet. So it's a lot of house for just me to live in. So yeah, I went ahead and posted the ads for the room for rent on Facebook, on Craigslist, and on another site. I think it's called spare.com. And we were able to really get it rented before I even made my first mortgage payment.
That's amazing. And I remember you mentioned something about like you were saving 95% of your income, and you were making some money enough to like pay for landscaping, right? Off the rent.
Yeah. So once I sat down and did the numbers after taking the hit on the repipe and things of that nature, I come to find out that I was actually living off the cash flow.
That's
of
beautiful.
the rooms. Yeah.
Wow. So you're basically living in a house that you're paying down the mortgage on, building up equity in an asset, and other people are renting and paying you to own this asset. That's basically house hacking.
That is correct.
You are like my poster child example. I'm like, man, I want my younger brother to follow in your footsteps. I'm always like, man, this young guy just graduated recently, has a great job, and you have your head on straight, instead of doing what I did or what a lot of people do of renting a luxury apartment for 2 years and just throwing the money away. You're living for free and building equity. I love it.
Yeah.
And at this rate, you should be buying another couple of houses, you said. I mean, by the end of the year, right?
Yeah, so that's the goal. So with all the saving that I've been doing, trying to live below my means, but still enjoy my time as being young. The goal is to get 2 properties this year. And by the end of this year, by the middle of 2021, because we did buy this house in 2020, I'm looking pretty good on that goal. Even if I get one good one, I'm fine with that. With the movements that we're having at work, I am relocating. So that's something that low down payment that I did do before, I can also use again.
Nice. That's awesome, man. So, and now you're also doing your own marketing, right? You're kind of noting down some houses that look like they need some TLC and maybe are vacant, and you're starting some of your own marketing campaigns. So that's great.
Yes, I
Not
am.
great for me. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's good, man. Because that you're starting your real estate investment journey. Like I mentioned before, I think we started hitting record. I just took photos of 6 houses from one investor who's selling them to consolidate his investments. And I mean, he started just like you with buying that first house and then moving and then building up his empire. So thanks again, Stanley. Was there anything else that we forgot to talk about or anything you wanted to mention before I let you go?
No, I think we basically hit all the points.
Awesome. So if anybody has any questions or anything, feel free to reach out to Stanley or I. I'm sure you're going to be very open and available to helping people out because that's how you get off-market leads from people who are marketing and whatnot. So we'll find a way to work together or help each other out here soon. And thanks again, Stanley. I really appreciate the testimonial, man.
Hey, no problem.
Awesome. I'm going to hit stop record. Thank you, dude. That was